Nice to meet you.
Hi.
So this is where the magic happens.
This is the mass camp, which is the engine room for the preparation of the Notting Hill Carnival.
Fantastic, and I can see everybody is very busy.
Yes.
And some people are more prepared than others.
Yes. We are very, very proud to be the host of the 2015 Carnival Queen from Trinidad and Tobago, who is Stephanie Canhai. Designed by Alan Vaughan, who's here, and this is the costume that will be hitting the roads of Notting Hill on Carnival Monday.
Tell me a bit about how one prepares for Carnival to get their mass ready.
Well, preparations start from the day after the end of the 2014 Carnival. And part of the preparations is around thinking through what the presentation would be, brainstorming, getting ideas from designers and from the artists on what they want to see happen. And then you start putting all of that down on paper and then designing in a one-dimensional way, and then looking at how then you can translate that one-dimensional image into 3D. This is Stephanie.
Stephanie, hello. I'm not going to stand on your costume, which seems quite heavy. That's my first question, is it?
Not heavy.
Not too heavy?
No.
Have you been to the Notting Hill Carnival before?
No, it's my first time.
First time. Okay, so tomorrow I'll have to find you and ask you how it compares. So, Alan, tell me about how this came about.
The costume was inspired by an Ella Andal song called Oshun Kareli. And Oshun is an Orisha who is the deity for sweet water. So the costume is called the Sweet Waters of Africa. And so we presented a whole mass in Trinidad based around that theme. With Moko Jumbi, which are the stilt walkers, the story is that they walked across the Atlantic following the slave ships. You know, the actual African spirits to protect the slaves. So it goes back hundreds and hundreds of years. So that's every time we're on the stick, every time we do a costume, we're honouring that tradition.
Fortunately, most people recognise the carnival as an issue around health and safety and crowd disorder, but they don't see the art, the excellence of the art, and that is what we are trying to show.
So we can see here some of the other costumes being made. Is this one costume?
There are two costumes being made here. They are for costumes of a larger type costumes for the individual characters within the band as part of the 7 deadly sins.
That's the theme for this year.
This is the theme for this year. And each sin, each of the 7 sins, interpreted around a particular fable, a particular story, a particular myth from around the world.
Okay, so up here,
This is
some more serious
a
work
room
going
where
on.
some of the sewing and some of the work on more delicate work, which is the sticking and the decorating of the costumes. Okay. Downstairs we saw the structures. Okay. Here we have the body costumes that they put on and they're decorating.
And I can see here very bright colours.
Yes, very bright.
Children's costumes.
Yes. See, this is the sort of things that you'd see up there.
Oh, okay.
So you can try that one if you want to.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Why not? Okay, so here we go. My carnival costume debut. I think that's on properly.
Lovely.
So, Ansel, you've showed me around. I just want to talk a little bit about the history of carnival.
Yes.
It has roots, I think, that many people might not know about in British society and really the experience of the Caribbean community here.
Yes, I think the carnival, the Notting Hill Carnival, is a reinterpretation of the carnival from Trinidad and Tobago. It's been transposed by people from that country and recreated in a fashion that was very much rooted in the carnival of Trinidad and Tobago. That was done nearly 49 years ago. And of course, during that 49 years, there have been several other influences that has helped to mold the development of the event.
How important has the carnival been, do you think, for the black community in Britain?
I think the carnival was very much an opportunity for people to assert their identity, to begin to have a focal point within the society of something and celebrating something that was quintessentially themselves and of their own. So there's a sense of belonging, a sense of ownership, and a sense of being and finding a space on that urban landscape, finding a space in the artistic landscape of British society. So it was a defining moment for us culturally, artistically, politically, socially.
And yet, through the years, it turned out being one of the pillars.
A major festival, yes.
Not of Black Britain, but of Britain.
Yes. And that is why the carnival, Notting Hill Carnival, is quintessentially British. And it is very different from its roots, Trinidad Carnival, in many, many ways. And therefore, we can be proud to say that this carnival is ours as British residents, British nationals.
Do you think those different founders of what we now know to be Notting Hill Carnival, those years when police issues and racist issues were formulating what we now see, do you think then they would have thought Carnival would turn out to be what it is now?
I don't think anybody would have foretold what was going to happen and how it would have going to be developed. Even the regulatory authorities, the local authority, the police, St John Ambulance, London Transport, never imagined that in this one little area it would develop one of Britain's major tourist attractions.